The referee shouts signals the start of the game. The room erupts in cheers. First up is Ferris. The huge monitor hanging from the ceiling displays the circuit mat, the thing that looks like a chessboard. The cards glitter and sparkle in the stage lights. All the cards on the board are face down, but each player is allowed to peek at his or own cards. The cameras are oriented in a way that the audience can't see what cards they have. According to Daru, Rhinet Axis Battlers is a game of psychological warfare. Wow, it's all about figuring out where your opponent has placed his cards. Each player starts with 4 link cards and 4 virus cards, for a total of 8 cards face down on the board, which, a little bit of real-world knowledge if anyone's curious. Apparently there's actually a real-life Rhinet Axis Battlers game. Like these little card game. Apparently someone had made it, and I think you can buy them online. And I think you can even buy them from reputable dealers. I don't think it's like something someone made in their basement, from what I can tell. Anyway, let's continue. The victory conditions are a little complex, but in short, you win if you take 4 of your opponent's link cards, or if you make your opponent take 4 of your virus cards. The game starts with each player trying to figure out how the other has placed his or her cards. Knowing your opponent's layout lets you shift a game to your advantage. That's why it's important to be careful what moves you make, whether you're attacking or defending. Your duel partner's there to make it harder for your opponent to read your thoughts. I watch as the duel between Ferris and the viral attackers unfold before my eyes. Every time a link or a virus card is revealed, waves of excitement ripple through the audience. I'm starting to understand just how amazing Ferris must be to become champion all by herself. The audience is on the edge of their seats. As best as I can tell, it looks like the viral attackers are, true to their name, on the attack.
フェイリスはどんな作戦で行く気なんだろうか。
My gosh, we're about to learn about like a whole new game. It's
フ
gonna
ェイ
spend
リ
the
ス
whole
さん
episode
は
learning.
スロースターターっつうか、前半は相手のカードを見極めることに重点を置くから結構慎重なんだ。その代わり終盤になるといつも大逆転しちゃってるのさ。
Sounds like my type of game.
今回もそういう作戦で行くんじゃね？
But contrary to Daru's expectations, Ferris charges into enemy territory with a card equipped with a skill called Line Boost. Undaunted, the virals meet her attack head-on, countering with her own Line Boost equipped card. Oddly enough, Ferris makes the first move. She waits for the virals to overextend themselves, then snatches one of their cards using her Line Boost equipped card.
さあ何が出るか。
We won't know if the card she took was a link card or a virus card until she opens it. The card Ferris snatched is...
うっけー！
どうした？
よりによってウイルスカードを取っちゃったよ。
who would have guessed?
フェイリスタンにしては珍しく最初から攻めてるな。決勝で作戦を変えてくるなんてバイラルを相当警戒してるのかも。
I just have a feeling that if we don't do anything, she's gonna lose again. So maybe if we're lucky, the glasses will help, but I don't know.
どうやらチャンプのメス猫はこの俺黒きクジャクのヘビーロックな翼に怯えちまってるらしい。焦りが見える。
Wow.
臆病なメス猫がブルブル震えているのが俺の打天使の瞳にはっきりと映っているぜ。作戦を変えてきたように見えるが、これはフェイク。間違いないと囁くのさ。俺のダテワルハートだな。
I can't tell what bothers me more, like his shirt, or like the way he looked. Like he looks kind of weird. Like he doesn't look like he should be alive. He looks kind of like dead right now.
メス猫のことは研究し尽くしているぜ。
His hair bothers me a little bit
最初から
too.
攻め込むようなことはしねえ。考えている以上に慎重だ。それが分かってる俺のマインドには何ら衝撃はねえ。今こうして孤独に攻め込んできているてめえのカードは間違いなくウイルスカード。俺に取られたら逆にラッキーと考えている。だ の黒の貴公子に感じたレッドアラームは野生の本能を呼び覚ます。だから急いで作戦を変更し、俺たちの黒を言うわけか。だが遅かったな。そんなエレガントさのかけらもねえ小細工じゃ俺たちの黒は染まらねえ。なぜならバイラルアタッカーズ黒のせい。ライネットに下克上を起こす。
Oh my god, he's worse than Ocarine, like seriously.
サンクチュアリへの逆襲。
He's worse than Ocarine and Ferris combined.
それにしてもあいつはよく喋るな。
And I still have no idea what he's saying.
バイラルうぜえ。
Ferris was radiant when she greeted the audience, but now her cheer and luster have evaporated in the face of 4C's taunts.
でもああやって相手にプレッシャーを与えていくのもライネットじゃ結構重要なんだよね。いかに相手を動揺させるかっつうの、そこから相手のカードの配置も読めるわけで。
意外と殺伐としたゲームなのか。
実はライネットって子供より大人に人気あるんだお。アニメだってさ、絵柄は子供向けなんだけどストーリーは結構ハード路線なのだぜ。
Sounds like another animated show that, you know, is going on nowadays. Just saying.
そしてキラリちゃんは超エロい。
Like I care, perv. Only 3 minutes have passed since the start of the duel, and Ferris is already frowning. She's also fidgeting in her seat, as if there's something bothering her.
わっ、レーザー光線だ。
Oh gosh.
え、
There's some
なんぞ
punk in the audience pointing a laser pointer at her.
フェイリスの目のあたりを見ろ。赤い光線が。
There's some punk in the audience. That always happens at like these big events. Like stupid punks pointing lasers at the audience or pointing them at like screens or something stupid. It appears in short intervals, so it's difficult to spot, but there's definitely a laser shining in Ferris's eyes.
マジで？
Daru stares at her eyes for a few seconds, then shakes his head.
ダメだ、わかんねえ。でももしオカリンが見たのが本当だったら客席のどこかにいる奴らの妨害行為だお。バイラル許せん。
レフェリーはなぜやめさせないんだ。
レフェリーが見てないタイミングを見計らってるのかも。
The audience is huge. It's impossible to tell where the beam is coming from. There could be multiple lasers for all I know. Now I get it. This is why Ferris asked me to bring her sunglasses before I time leaped. Put on the sunglasses, Ferris! Alas, my telepathic message doesn't reach her. I clench my teeth and stand up.
オカリン、どこ行くんだよ。
バイラルの手下どもを探す。妨害行為をやめさせるんだ。
これだけ人がいるんじゃ見つかりっこなくね。
I ignore Daru and begin wading through the sea of spectators in search of my target. Meanwhile, the game is still proceeding. Ferris takes the card she used for her first attack, and instead of sending it into enemy territory for another attack, pulls it back to fortify our defenses. The virals respond by unleashing a massive assault on her line. They equip a card with line boost, which allows it to move it twice and then unequip it. Then they equip line boost to another card and move that. It looks like their strategy is to attack in waves. They even seem willing to make sacrifices, to a certain extent. And, of course, the virals are mostly likely attacking with a mix of both link cards and virus cards. In order to survive the onslaught, Ferris is forced to capture some of their cards in retaliation. But each virus card she's tricked into taking puts her at even more of a disadvantage. Ferris looks very unsettled by 4C's unpleasant smile. The laser attacks must be really getting to her as well. And finally, she makes a careless move that truly seems desperate. Disbelief spreads through the hall.
おいおい、ファッキンキャットはどうやら俺のダテ割るカリスマオーラにビビってクールなハートを忘れてるみたいだな。まさかチャンピオンが素人みたいな手に出るとはな。
Amateurish. I was too busy searching for the viral underlings in the audience to pay attention to the match, but this new turn of events causes me to look up to the monitor. Ferris has moved one of her pieces to the other side of the board, the entrance to the viral attacker's server. But the virals must have used their virus checker card, because Ferris's card is face up. It's a virus card. Every card you send into the enemy server is added to your total. Normally, you try to get link cards through, as that brings you closer to victory. However, you're not required to reveal any cards you successfully send into your enemy server. So, although it hurts your point total, you can technically send virus cards into your enemy server. But for some strange reason, Ferris is trying to send a revealed virus card into her enemy server. Even if it gets through, she won't be fooling anyone. Moreover, Ferris has already taken 3 virus cards. One more and she'll lose, so she can't send that card through even if she wants to. So, what exactly was she trying to accomplish? Is she really that distracted by the laser beam?
あえてここでこのダテバルストーリーテラーシードが漆黒の宣言をさせてもらうですね。てめえは数分後には元チャンピオンへと堕落する。
Someone in the audience echoes 4C's vulgar laughter. So that's where his underlings are. I push my way through the audience in the direction of the laughter. The rest of the audience starts booing. I guess most Rhinetters do really hate the virals. But Ferris herself doesn't respond to 4C's taunts. She just bites her lip and closes her eyes. Come on, just put on the sunglasses. This cute thing's only policy of hers is going to cost her the match. Or maybe it's impossible to prevent Ferris from losing. Maybe Convergence will bring about the same result, just as my Yuri is doomed to die no matter what I change. The audience gasps. The virals have snatched a link card from Ferris. Now they have a total of 2 link cards. I can feel it. Ferris is losing. But just then, I catch sight of a few guys dressed in all black. One of them is surreptitiously aiming a pin-shaped object at the stage. You think somebody else would notice that? Like, anybody. You think somebody else would notice that? This group of punks dressed in black with a pin-shaped object. It's him. I grab his wrist.
なんだてめえは。
そこまでだ。フェイルスの妨害はさせない。
こんな。
動くな。動けば
Oh,
撃つ。
wow. Oker, you're going kind of, yeah. I thrust something into his side. It's future gadget number 1, the bit particle gun. Ah, good old friend, the bit particle gun. I remembered how this bluffed worked with Moica on a previous world line, so I brought it just in case. The man freezes. I guess he didn't expect to be held at gunpoint at a children's card game event. Taking advantage of his surprise, I snatch the laser pointer out of his hand, then disappear back into the crowd. The punk starts shouting, but gives up when he can't find me. Good. That takes care of the laser. Now, Ferris can focus on the game. A scream goes up from the audience. 4C has snatched another one of Ferris's link cards. That's the 3rd one. The virals just need 1 more to win.
弱すぎるぜ、メス猫。そんな大抵にこびた格好をしているから悪いんだぜ。そういうヘドが出そうな格好は、てめえの家の鏡の前限定でやってな。
He's not a very nice guy,
て
I
め
gotta
えの
say.
ファンはみんな、てめえとやりたいだけのキモいオタク野郎ばかりだ。そんな連中から応援してもらって嬉しいのか？
Ferris still doesn't respond. She hasn't said a word since the match started. But I got rid of the interference, so Ferris should come up with a reversal any second now. Right? Right? I stare at her, praying for a miracle. And when I do, Ferris once again turns her face away, as if trying to avoid something.
何
Is it another laser?
チャンピオン、てめえは目が命らしいな。なんでも相手の心理を読み取れるっていう、伊達悪的にも卑怯としか思えねえ反則的な力があるらしいじゃねえか。
What? She does?
つまりてめえは人間じゃねえのさ。醜い天使。てめえと話したやつは心を覗かれちまうからな。みんな気をつけろ。近づくんじゃねえ。でないとこのメス猫にどんな秘密も握られちまうぞ。そうしたらあとはその秘密によって延々と脅されるんだ。金をよこせ、それともライネットの勝負で負けろ。てめえの要求は何だ。
The audience begins to murmur. Is this like a normal thing? Are you normally allowed to enter competitions like this and just like slander the opponent constantly? I don't know, maybe it's just been a while for me, I don't know. If Ferris does have that kind of power, then it's no wonder she's good at Rainet. My yeah, that's another word I can't say. Imagination starts to run wild, but I try my best to keep it suppressed. If Ferris really can see through lies, it would explain why she hated the laser beam attack so much. It would also explain why her moves made so little sense this match.
フェイリス
チェンジディレクトリ。
あ？今なんて言う？
チェンジディレクトリ使うにゃ。
Changed Directory is a special type of card called a terminal card. Once per game, it allows you to switch the placement of 2 of your own pieces. Of course, you may also pretend to switch them. Additionally, if either of the 2 cards was exposed by Virus Checker, it gets flipped back face down. I get it. With Change Directory, she can switch out that virus card she placed near the enemy server. And just as expected, Ferris exchanges the virus card with a card that 4C is surrounded with his cards. Or maybe she just pretended to. Either way, nobody knows which card is the link card and which is the virus card. Nobody except for Ferris, that is. A pretty interesting ploy. But will it work? The viral attackers whisper to each other. Once they're finished, 4C returns to the circuit mat with a eating grin on his face.
俺の金銭にインパクトをもたらすこともねえ。つまんねえ手だぜ。それが大逆転の秘策だったのか。だが俺は黒のクジャク。あらゆる女を虜にするライネッター界の伊達悪い
Oh my
ニュージ
gosh.
ェネレーション。
He's so annoying.
俺のクールなブラックブレイン。
Oh.
それぐらいお見通しなのさ。というよりも完全にてめえのミスだ。チャンピ
Without a moment's hesitation, 4C captures the piece Ferris placed next to his server.
オン。俺のウイルスカード累計はまだ2枚。もう1枚ウイルスカードを取ったとしても、この漆黒の翼がもがれることはねえ。だがてめえはあと1枚リンクカードを取られたらジ・エンド・オブ・グランド・クロスだ。そしててめえの陣地で盾となって守りを固めているそのカード、そいつは序盤ラインブーストを装備させて俺に取られるのを覚悟で突撃してきたカード。最初に言ったが臆病な子猫ちゃんが序盤に孤独なリンクカードをさまよわせるなんてありえねえ。つまりちゃん伊達丸的に考えればてめえが持ってるリンクカードは今交換したカードの方ってことになるのさ。確かめるまでもなくすでにこの黒のクジャクのセクシャルな瞳に俺のエレガントな勝利。
Oh my gosh.
てめえのクレイジーなカードの中身が
It's like the evil monologue, but it's worse because it's so slow.
交換したうち1枚がウイルスで1枚がリンク。それなら 両方取ったって勝つの
Like
は
the
俺
evil
たちプロ
monologue
の
is just
講師なん
he's
だ
just
よ。
monologuing here, but it's so much slower than a regular monologue, so it's even worse. Wait, is that right? If the card 4C takes now is a link card, then he wins. But even if it's a virus card, it'll still be match point. And then he'll know which card to take for sure. It's going to end without Ferris demonstrating any of her power.
カードオープン。
And the card displayed in the monitor is...
ウイルスカードだ。
Is it over? The virals have taken 3 link cards and 3 virus cards. Match point. But 4C's right. That doesn't even matter. Ferris only has 2 cards left. And 4C already knows which is the link card and which is the virus card. Ferris's link card is surrounded by the viral's cards. There's nowhere to run. Does this mean Ferris is going to lose? No way. There's gotta be some advice I can give her. Can't think of anything.
ジ・エンド。世界はこのライネット世紀末黒く染まる。
4C poses as if in ecstasy, with both hands stretched wide and his chin cocked up. His attitude disgusts me, I know, and his monologue disgusts me. I clench my fists. It looks like I'll have no choice but to timely begin and force Ferris to wear the sunglasses.
黒の目視録は現実になった。メスネコチャンプは今元チャンプへと打点し、俺たちバイラルアタッカーズの最高に
Look at that chick all the way on the right on her cell phone. She can't stand his monologue either.
シーンが開幕を。
何勘違いしてるのにゃ。
あ？
この勝負はまだ終了してないのにゃ。
Ferris is back to her usual speech patterns. She's even got a fearless smile on her face. That's not the look of a Rhinonetter facing certain defeat. And then, Ferris pulls something out of her ears. Wait, earplugs? Yeah, I figured. I really thought that's why she wasn't replying to anything, was the fact that she had earplugs in. Those are the ones I gave her this morning. She wore the earplugs, but not the sunglasses? Why? To catch the opponent unprepared? Probably to keep looking cute, because sunglasses aren't cute apparently.
無駄なあがきだ。
あなたが今取ったフェイリスのカード、よく確かめたらどうにゃ。
まさか。
No way. The card he just took wasn't a link card?
そんなはずはねえ。伊達丸的にありえねえ。そんなバカなことをするはずがね
Look
え
at
ん
those
だよ。
eyes.
チェンジディレクトリでウイルスカードとウイルスカードをあえて交換するように見せかけるなんて無駄なことはあの不利な状況でできるはずが。
いいから、そのカードを早くめくってみるにゃ。
4C slowly flips over the card he took from Ferris. The entire audience waits for the card to be revealed. And then, displayed on the monitor...
なんとリンクカードだと思われていたそのカードは
ウイルスカード。
大逆転だ
She did it. She really turned defeat into victory. It's like she knew exactly what was going to happen. She was in control of the battle all along. The audience goes wild. Their cheers shake the hall.
Winner! Ladies! Nyam! Nyam! 見事大会2連覇 Congratulations!
Congratulations! As the hall rocks with the jubilation of the crowd, Dario and I clasp hands and share in the excitement of Ferris's victory. Da 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 da. And that's where we're gonna stop for today. Looks like today's episode didn't follow the anime either, so yeah, that'll be fun. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time, hopefully with less monologuing and more time traveling. Bye!